Well, thank you very much, John. I did enjoy, Cleo, your talking about Carol. I remember I was a young boy sitting there looking at my car and driver magazines and reading about Javelins and AMXs, and then there was this GT350, GT500, and I can still remember, going in my first Mustang Mach 1 and seeing my first Z28, and I've been in the connected with cars my whole life, and I still am, and I love them, and I guess there's a lot of us who have had those kind of experiences. What I'd like to do today is just spend a few minutes to tell you, to talk to you a bit about the NASCAR R&D Center, how we're doing our work, and some of the things we're working on. Probably the biggest thing that happened to us this year was the introduction of the Gen 6 car. We almost got a full season under our belt now. We got 2 more races. It's turning out to be a very good chase, some close competition. All the feedback from the drivers has been thus far that the car is one of the best driving cars I've ever had. We've also had tremendous feedback from our fans who really enjoy the new look of the cars. I mean, they look like the cars on the street, and they really appreciate that. And this was not possible, could only be possible with the help of our OEM partners, with Chevrolet, with Ford, and with Toyota. And we worked very closely together to make sure that we came up with cars that the fans could recognize and feel very comfortable with. And it's a really good exercise in collaboration and cooperation. And we all feel very comfortable that we're going to continue that in the future. Now, having said all that, it's a great car, but we will continue to polish the diamond. And our work is never done, and it is always with the aim of improving our product on the track for our customer, and that customer is the fan. We are in the entertainment business, and we have to make sure that we give them a good show. The R&D Center, basically, we have 2 foundational strategies. One is to improve our business through incremental continuous improvement. Every day, just to look for better things every year, keep improving, keep questioning what we're doing, and keep improving our business. Our second key element is that of collaboration. We have a lot of partners that help us to put the cars on the track and put a show on, and we need to work with all of them very closely. And they all bring all kinds of skills and expertise, and we have to harness that and leverage that to the best for our sport, to raise the level of our ecosystem for our fans and for our competition. We also work on 5 different types of projects. A lot of you think we probably work on the car. That is one, work on the car. We also are spending time on the environment the car operates in. We're starting to study tracks, friction on surfaces of tracks. We're looking at barriers for crash, fan safety, all those types of things. So it's the car, it's the environment the car operates in. It's also supporting the race once the race gets on its way. For example, we have just recently deployed thermal imaging cameras for our cleanup trucks so they could very quickly get to the oil spills and get the show back on the road. The other one we're really starting to tiptoe into is the fan engagement space, to begin to grow our fan base, to bring the young people in. And the last one is we want the whole concept of pushing innovation through the whole NASCAR organization. Now, basically, as we do our work at the NASCAR R&D Center, we want to bring a more disciplined problem-solving direction to our techniques to the sport, and we're going to do that through utilizing some of the modern math tools that are used in a lot of industries. Today, products are designed by computer-aided engineering. We need to use those tools. We also use a lot of other development tools. We'll use things such as sled testing for safety. We use wind tunnels. We're fortunate to have 2 wind tunnels in our backyard there that we use, and all these types of tools we'll continue to use. But I must be clear that we are not going to replace everything with just analytics and mathematics. We are going to complement that with the experience. I mean, using expression to Gemma, it's interesting because I had that in my speech, and to me, it's a lean production concept, and it means going to the shop floor. And the shop floor is going where the guys work on the cars and where the cars run on the track, and we can never forget that, because that's very, very important. And of course, we'll use all that experience, and then we have ideas, but then we need to put them on the track, and we have to test them and make sure they work. Because the issue is we can do a lot of stuff on 1 or 2 cars, but when you've got 43 cars running around in an aerodynamic swirl, things change, and you have to verify all these types of things. So our collaboration, I mentioned this a bit, and I think Mike mentioned, it's very, very critical. We have 5 key partners we need to work with. We need to work with the drivers, of course. They're the ones that drive the cars. They can tell us what they feel and what's important. We need to work with our key OEMs on making sure the product stays relevant on the track. We need to work with our engine builders, where we go there. And we also need to work with technology partners, and we're going to start to get into that more as we move forward. So collaboration will be a key for us. We have a lot of experience, a lot of people, a lot of great ideas. We need to harness all those and get the best ideas and get them in as quickly as possible. Now a bit of that's kind of how we're doing things. Now a bit of some of the things we're working on. We're working currently on the package for the 14 season, which we will hope will hit the track with the beginning of next year. We're also continuing to do a lot of work on safety. We've made tremendous progress in safety. If you look over the 30-year history of NASCAR, the horsepower is increased by 42%, the speeds are up around 20%, and the amount of kinetic energy the cars are carrying is upward of 38%. If you think about all that and the safety record we have, these guys can have a mishap and they can walk away. It's really, really incredible. So we'll continue to push that frontier. We're now moving into the frontier of preventing intrusion into the car, and that's the next frontier of safety. We're also looking at things like Air Titan 2. We introduced Air Titan 1. We're now in the second version of that. We hope to introduce that shortly. And this system will be more efficient, and it will also be significantly less cost to operate, and it will be greener. So here's another example. This is an example of helping the race as it's running, right? We are also looking at providing some automation in our officiating, and the objective here is to provide a more objective and accurate way of officiating the race. We also believe one day this information can be used to engage our fans and provide the young customers the type of information they want. And this fan engagement area really is a big frontier. We've got a very, very loyal fan base, and we want to keep those, but we also need to bring new young people into the sport and have them appreciate it. And I'm sure, as you all know, you have kids. When they're all connected and they want instantaneous information. They send a text or a tweet, they expect an answer in 10 to 15 seconds. So we need to begin to move in that direction to be able to bring these fans in and give them the information they want. They generally like a lot of information. They like to understand all the details, and those are kind of the things we're working on next. So with that, I'd like to thank you. Those are some of the things we're doing, and I look forward to the rest of the session. Thank you.